Okay, so we are continuing. Bacon will hopefully show up in 10-15 minutes, and meanwhile Malik wants to check on the club. So we're gonna go to the city map, and it's loading for me. Okay, think of it as someplace there.
Okay.
Essentially towards the center of the city, but you know, somewhere halfway between the Ventral territory that the Prince lords it over and the Chantry. It's probably, in fact, one of the old clubs that the Tremere used to own that was closed when your clan got trashed.
Okay. Are
Okay,
we walking to it or are we driving to it? Because it's in walking distance, it looks like.
well, it would take a while.
Okay, we'll drive to it. I'll get Bronson to drive me.
Let's go to the random map. Maybe I have a club thing there. No, I don't. Oh well. In any case, the club seems to be open. And you hear loud music from there. Seem to be strobing lights, and the doors are wide open. So, you, I assume, just try to get inside then.
Yes.
Your appearance is what exactly? One?
Yeah.
You're stopped at the door. They seem
Nice.
willing to let Bronson in, but the bouncer doesn't seem impressed by your appearance. And I assume you just try to walk in instead of waiting in the line. I
I'm
mean,
gonna dominate him to get in.
you seem a smidge quiet, actually. I don't know, are you like far away from the mic or something?
Testing.
Yeah, it's a smidge
Is it
better
better
now.
now?
Yeah.
Yeah, the mic got pushed down on my face a little bit.
Oh well, happens. So, okay, you want to dominate him. How do you go about it? And how do you mask it, since this is clearly a mortal?
Wait, don't I have any kind of documentation that says I have some sort of ownership of the club?
Nope, the deed is on the Toreador's name. This is off the books.
True. Okay.
You haven't even made sure to properly log it with Alberta. In fact, it's more of a, if I'm not mistaken, it's more of a gentleman's agreement at this point. But you could make it official now that you have handled the Russians, as it were. For now, at least.
Okay, I'm gonna be in character now. I'm gonna talk to the bouncer.
Alright.
Are you telling me that I can't walk into the club?
You heard me. Move along.
For what reason?
Denise, or Mistress Denise, made it quite clear. Don't let this become a sausage fest, especially with ugly sausages. That means you move along with that mug of yours, suit or no suit.
Oh, oh dear.
Bronson
I really
clenches his
wanted to.
fist.
Bronson, calm down. This is okay. Is there another entrance into the club? Out of character here?
Now you could go around the back and look, but there's probably a fire exit. But those are locked from the outside, I believe.
Okay. Uh, I'm just trying to think of how I'm going to dominate him to get inside. I could probably just use social,
You might be
just talk
able
my
to.
way in.
You might be able to.
I've got manipulation, that's my highest.
Why don't you just
Subterfuge.
move? Bronson says, exerting his will and forcing the bouncer to step aside, with a mildly
Okay.
confused look on his face. He seems to have used Dominate.
Bronson, I wanted to do this differently.
He just shrugs. Eh,
Okay, Bronson, I'm too lenient on you sometimes. And we walk in.
alright. The niece seems to be nowhere in sight. And, do you have heightened senses active?
Do I have them active? No, I don't think so.
Alright, then you don't have to roll.
Should I do? Should I try to do perception awareness or alertness?
You can activate Auspex and make a roll, if you wish. You can do anything from trying to detect invisibility with just heightened senses to sweeping the club looking for vampiric auras. Okay, what are you trying to do?
Just trying to see who's a vampire in the club.
Okay, are you keeping heightened senses active, or how does that work though? Do you need to have heightened senses active for that? You know, I'm gonna go with you needing to do that. So,
Yeah.
please roll self-control at difficulty 7 for me.
How do I do self-control?
Just roll 3 or however many d10s as you have it. It's one of your virtues. I think you need to just use a manual command for it. It's slash R 3d10. Um,
Well, that was on difficulty 6, but it was supposed to be difficulty 7. It doesn't matter.
yep, you fail. I
Miserably.
Yep, you clutch your head in pain as the loud techno music and the strobing lights overwhelm your refined perceptions. Bronson has to
That's
drag you
nice.
to the side while you try to recover.
Oh, Bronson, sometimes being a vampire is not so amazing.
Yeah, that happened to Chloe a while back. She tried to use heightened senses and ended up staring into a pair of high beams. It it wasn't pretty.
Yeah, but it just looks like she's on some bad ecstasy.
You know, people are giving you a wide berth. They
I
seem
guess.
to think that you're high on something.
How long does it take me to recover?
Oh, I don't know, say 15 minutes.
Okay, after 15 minutes, uh, I figured I would just go out and mingle in the crowd a little bit, try to see if I see anybody I recognize.
Okay. Yeah, there don't seem to be any vampires from Elysium, but a ghoul or two, which you might have seen before, might be there. No one
Which ghouls?
just random servants. You've seen them keeping an eye on the cars at Elysium. You don't really know which vampires they belong to. It's probably no one important. Right, and I didn't give Denise any aspects above level 1. Okay,
I'm gonna go talk to one of the ghouls, I guess.
alright, let me just pick out a random NPC who they might belong to. Uh, sure. You know, yeah, that fits. That fits nicely. Okay, so you walk up to a moderately attractive dark-haired ghoul who seems to be dancing with no concern for the actual rhythm of the music. People seem to be keeping a smidgen of a distance between themselves and her.
Oh my. I don't see the token. Where's it at?
I mean, we don't really.
Oh, I thought you put one on the map. That's okay.
You want one on the city map? I mean, I could put one
Nah,
there.
that's fine. That's fine. I just thought you put one on there, and I was looking. I thought there was something going on my end. I
And
just want to walk up to her. I would
okay,
like to walk up to her and ask her if she would like to dance.
okay. Some sort of a rock ballad seems to come on, and people seem to be treating it as a slow dance while she's jerking wildly out of any semblance to a decent rhythm, almost as if it was another techno piece. Do you emulate her? How do you react?
Sure.
Okay, so you're being
Can I
crazy to
compliment?
get her.
Yes, and I want to compliment her awesome dance moves.
She just nods. She
I've seen
seems.
you around, haven't I?
Mm-hmm. Nice. Yes, yes, yes. I'm sure you have.
Could you jog my memory as to where we've met before? I'm having difficulty.
Oh, I could do all kinds of wonderful things to your memory if I was a proper Malkavian. Unfortunately, Mistress hasn't seen fit to give me the gift yet.
Ah, yes, the Malkavians. Noble, noble clan.
Yes, well, I will endeavor to spread the gift of enlightenment to you too, once I'm embraced.
That is okay. Uh, I've had quite a bit of enlightenment, actually.
Oh?
Oh, this intrigues you.
She seems to be vaguely disbelieving, but being polite.
Well, I suppose I should take my leave then. It was a it was great meeting you. What is your name?
Mistress just calls me number 3.
Well, Miss Three, I will see you later.
Wait. Sure, let's go to one of the booths, actually. And she drags you off to the side. Mistress told me to find one of the Tremere. The music here, have you heard it? It just resonates. She pulls out an envelope with $2,000 and hands it to you.
What
For
is this for?
for the bodies, for the blood. You do recall that you sold the bodies of the Schlachta you killed to the Malkavians for draining.
Yes, yes. I do thank you.
There another $500 if one of you can cleanse the blood that was diseased before it spoils. One of the bodies had HIV. Can't feed that to kindred. They don't like it. I think it tastes bad.
It's a little more complicated than that, Miss Three. But yes, I could do this for you.
Well, you can come and meet Mistress Myers tonight if you wish.
Myers is the lady in the nurse or the doctor's outfit, right?
Yep, that's the one.
Okay. Are we going to the Bruja Elysium or where are we going?
No. We have our own junkyard. Stay
Dear
away
gosh.
from the chef's lab. He don't like when people mess with them. That La
The what? The
Sombra,
what?
the chef. Don't mess with his lab. He's cooking tonight, and try not to breathe the fumes.
Thank you, Miss 3. I will head over there now, and I do appreciate the money, and I'm glad we've met.
Just don't tell Mistress I got distracted again. She doesn't like that very much.
Please don't mention enlightenment to me again, and I can keep this our little secret.
She pouts. She thinks you're being mean.
Must understand, most kindred do not like the enlightenment, no matter how
Well,
you may feel about it.
children don't like taking their medicine either. I mean, it's
Yes,
good for
you
you.
do have you you do have a point, but vampires do not need medicine. But I'll take my leave now. Thank you, Miss 3, and thank you for the dance.
Well, you'll probably need me to escort you there, right? I doubt you know where our
I, su-
base of operations
I
is.
suppose I do, actually. I just wasn't thinking. Out of character, I am trying to get away from her.
She's completely oblivious to you trying to get away from her.
She's got the crazy eyes.
Yep. Are you gonna let her drive? She thinks she can take you there better if she's at the wheel, that it'll be faster.
Oh, Miss 3, I must apologize. I have a ghoul. My ghoul drives everywhere, and he feels very.
I
He
don't
he
mind.
feels.
Bronson
You do not
speaks up.
mind.
I don't mind, Master. She can drive.
I hate you, Bronson.
Master! Why?
Don't overthink that, Bronson. Let's go.
He still seems shocked at this revelation. Master, I've always served you loyally.
Shh. I want to whisper to him. She's a Malkavian ghoul.
And you said they're a bit eccentric, but she seems fine.
We will see. Let's go.
Okay, as you are driving over there, she swerves and manages to ding the car. She
I'm going to.
she looks
I
over at
cast
you.
this.
Why am I at the wheel? I I've never driven a car in my life. What the fuck is this? What did you do to me?
Give a glance at Bronson. Eccentric Bronson. You insisted upon driving.
She hurt the car, Master!
Shh. Don't worry, Bronson.
My
It'll all be okay.
baby! It... Master! She
Baby.
hurt the car!
Shh. It'll be okay, Bronson.
He seems very distraught at this point. It's not a good night for him.
Oh, Bronson. You get tomorrow night off.
Sigh. So are you gonna wait for the police? Now that you've crashed into a parked car on a turn?
No, I suppose we need to, I don't know if I want to handle the police. Is there any witnesses around?
Not a couple.
Okay, well, a hit and run's a bad idea.
Well, you didn't
A
actually.
couple's just two. Didn't
Well,
actually do what?
well, you didn't actually put anyone in danger. It looks like you just managed to either hit a wet patch of ground or something and, you know, lose control on a turn that was a bit sharper than it should have been.
Mister, do you mind if Bronson drives and you tell us where to go? I would appreciate it.
Yeah, sure. I don't know how to drive. I clearly shouldn't be at the wheel.
Indeed. It's okay.
You know, one of the possible Malkavian derangements may well be memory lapses.
It looks that way. I didn't think the ghouls would be really susceptible to this madness, so
If they've been ghouls for a long enough time, it hits them, it's just not as often or not as hard as the masters. It's on occasion as opposed to being fucked up all the time. But yeah, it does happen on occasion. Okay, so there are two witnesses. One of them motions writing something on his hand and nods at the car you dinged. Essentially,
I want to go talk to him.
write down your
I want to go talk to
insurance.
him.
Okay,
Good
go.
evening. Did you say hello?
He's just speechless. He's just have. Why is someone like that at the wheel? If you are teaching her to drive, at least keep proper control of her. She's a menace. She could have easily hit me or that woman over there.
Well, to be fair, we had just left the club. I did not know that she might have been uh, a little tipsy. But we've corrected this. I've
Young
got my...
man, do you have any idea how dangerous a car is? And
Indeed, I do.
you...
I do apologize, miss.
Oh, this one is a man, and he seems to be
Oh,
pretty menacing. The woman is, well, a bit further down the street, and she's just looking what's going on with undisguised curiosity on her face. And when you glance back at Bronson, he slightly
I'm going to
pulls out
dominate him.
the handgun and looks at you questioningly.
God damn
Essentially,
it, Bronson.
should I clean this up, master, kind of a look.
I'm going to shake my head. I shake my head at him. I'm going to intimidate this guy.
Okay. Okay, so...
What were you writing? What were you writing down?
Oh, he wasn't writing down anything. He was just motioning for you to leave your insurance information on the car you dinged.
Okay, I'll ask him if he has a pen and a piece of paper on him.
Yeah, he actually manages to pull out a somewhat fancy pen. It looks to be well, probably a gift from someone, since it's, you know, the kind of pen that is actually gold-plated in parts and, you know, really fancy kind of a thing.
Ooh, gosh. I'm going to write down some... This isn't his car, is it?
Nope.
I'm going to write down some fake information.
Okay, go ahead. Do you have an idea of law or any such things?
Hold on a second. I think I do.
Yes, you do. You can roll intelligence law to, you know, make it look good, because this guy may well be a lawyer, judging from the fancy suit and pen. So, he might be able to, you know, notice a completely uninspired forgery. You can use... Yeah. Yep, you managed to make it, well, convincing enough. He seems to just nod and make sure that you actually leave it on the windshield.
Thank you for that, sir.
He just holds out his hand for you to give the pen back to him.
Oh, here you go.
And there's
Bacon's here.
Bacon. So yeah, you can continue your trip to the thing, and yeah,
Let's go take care of this, and then I'll go get bacon, and we'll go do something else.
yeah. Bacon, bacon, bacon. Can you, in the meantime, try and hook up your mic, because this will make this a whole lot easier. You can use, of course, your chat if you want, but I would really prefer if you did use your mic, because it is a lot less awkward. And of course, well, if you're worried about your English, it's really fine. You don't. Yeah. And meanwhile, Malik is going to see the Malkavians. So let's see how
Always fun.
mindfucked he gets. He also almost got caught in
Always fun.
being a Diablerist by the prince. Also, the two Toreador you caught are gonna survive.
How did I handle that, anyways? Because it looks like the Bruja elder did not buy it at all.
No, he was more like, well, out of character. And, your character doesn't obviously notice, but he was he just found your behavior amusing, you being so scared and so careful not to step on the prince's toes, and essentially being a good little bootlicker. He just thought you were humiliating yourself by acting that way. He was laughing at
Oh.
you rather than at what you were saying so much.
Okay.
So to him you kind of look like an idiot. But,
Everybody looks like idiots to them.
on occasion, but he seems to be relatively young, as a lot of vampires are here, and he still spends time among the mortal clubs and bars, and Chloe would be able to tell you that he actually has a small amount of fame in the local area as a musician. I mean, he's certainly willing to enjoy himself.
All right, let's go handle these Malkavians.
Okay, luckily for you, the overly attached nurse or doctor seems to be more concerned with meeting Sarah than you, so she probably won't mindfuck you too badly.
I would
So,
gladly forego payment just to say like, oh, I don't need I don't need any enlightenment.
you know, you're probably gonna need the $500 to fix up the car.
Maybe so, but I could probably take a pay cut.
Okay, they actually have a fair amount of blood that they could have transformed, more than just the stuff from the bodies you currently have brought in. So, what is it like? You can transform like 10 units, 12 units per hour,
How many units is there? There's how many?
and there's 10 per body, but they have another 20 bags or so of diseased blood that they've gotten from various junkies and such that could be transformed into drinkable stuff.
Guess we can deal with the bodies first.
I mean, if you spend 3 hours there, you can easily transform the whole lot of it. But I will want you to make a roll for your ritual for each of the hours you actually spend there. So 3 rolls in total if you're transforming all of it. Just to see if you manage
Okay.
to screw up royally.
Which is that? Is that intelligence? That's intelligence or something, isn't it?
That's intelligence plus occult, but you are rolling a difficulty 4 since it's a level 1 ritual. They have all the ingredients ready. They seem to have had a partnership with the Tremere along these lines in the past, so yeah, you're gonna get 500 for the Schlachta, since you essentially provided the body there, and you're just making that blood usable, and another, say, 250 for, well, like 25 for, each blood bag that you transform. So that's 500 that you can just get as personal cash just for working with Malkavians. Okay, I think that might be wrong.
What, this?
The last roll, yes. That seems
I
off.
did intelligence occult. Oh wait, hold on. It does seem kind of off.
Yeah, you would have, if we take the first 5, I think it is. Okay, how many dots do you actually have in that? 5. So we take the first 5, you would
I don't know
still
how I did
get
that.
1 success. So yeah, you pass on all of that, and you are a 1,000 bucks up on that. So I don't know how you want to divide that. That 2,000 is a group thing, but you could just keep the 750. That would be the normal price for transforming it for yourself, and give 2,250 to the group treasury.
So I get 750.
It's up to you. You currently have the cash. You can try and screw them over if you want. I don't necessarily
No,
recommend it,
I'm not gonna do that.
but it's up to you. Okay, so you can head on back. Meanwhile, Bronson, as you get in the car, seems to jerk as if he's seen something, and he looks at you. Master,
How much?
maybe you
How
should
much?
drive.
Hold on one second. How much does the clan get? I'm gonna note that down.
You can... Well, you should probably just go ahead and add it to the group inventory then. Okay.
How much was that?
Okay. There's... Okay, you have gotten money for 5 bodies, essentially. Well, each body gave you 500 bucks, essentially. Transforming 10 units of blood is $250, the way the Malkavians pay. So since one of the bodies was diseased, you can either give the full 500 for that, corpse to the clan, or you can keep 250 from that body for yourself. The other 2 sets, that's more of a private arrangement between you and Malkavians. Essentially, it's a difference of $250 either going into your pocket or the group's. Either way,
Oh,
you can claim that
I
it's
thought I
your...
got 500 for it and then 250. So
No. You get 1,000 in total, right? For
yeah.
that stuff. 1 for cleaning up the body you actually provided, and another 500 for cleaning up another 20 points of just blood that the Malkavians had gathered on their own elsewhere.
I'm gonna take 500 of that and I'm gonna give 500 to the clan.
Okay, so the clan inventory should be up by 2,500, and your personal inventory should have like extra 500 bucks. I'm just gonna add that to the clan cash pile, especially since you're gonna have to get the car fixed anyway.
Oh, okay. I was gonna add it, but okay.
Yeah, I just added it. We can go to the Chantry map. Bacon. Bronson seems to have... Well, there is a box of cigars, I assume, on the table with a note that it's for you unless Malk wants to give it to you personally.
I will give it to him personally.
Okay. Are you ready, Bacon?
Yes.
Okay. Uh, could you turn it down a smidge? I think it's a bit loud. Actually, why don't I end this video here? We're gonna make sure that everything is working with your mic, and then we'll continue.